Welcome to Switched on Pop. I'm musicologist Nate Sloan.
And I'm songwriter Charlie Harding.
Charlie, it's Robyn Day here at Switched on Pop. The Swedish singer and dance music maven has released her first album in 8 years, and it's a return to some of the sounds that made her such a mononymic force in the music industry to begin with.
The Robyn gets the worm.
I'm going to ignore that. Let's get a taste of this new release from the first of 3 singles that have been dropped from this upcoming album titled Sexistential.
I love this track. It came out when I was in Scandinavia and I was bumping it nonstop. It's Dopamine.
We are so back, baby. But
yeah,
Charlie, don't listen to me try and explain why this is a big deal. Let us hand the metaphorical mic over to listener Supna from San Diego, who was kind enough to leave us a voice note about the significance of this new Robyn release.
Happy New Year, Switched on Pop team. I am sending this voice memo because I'm really excited about Robyn's upcoming new album. As a millennial girl, I think Robyn's music has kind of punctuated various moments of my life. I think I remember her song, Show Me Love, as one of the first songs I was really aware of on the radio as a 10-year-old. And obviously her sound has shifted quite a bit since then, though still working with Max Martin on the new album, I think. I would love maybe a deep dive into her production and how her sound has evolved from that maybe more R&B, Christina Aguilera type vibe of the 90s to the electro pop, synth pop that we kind of know her for now. I would love to hear your thoughts on how she's shaped and influenced some of the voices in the space that you've already talked about on the show, like Charli XCX and Dua Lipa. Maybe a retrospective on some of her earlier albums and what you guys are expecting of the new one upcoming. Happy New Year again, and thanks a lot for the show.
I'm going to respectfully call that more of a comment than a question, and I say that respectfully because Supna clearly is asking for a breakdown, but also knows their stuff.
Yeah, I even had to trim out some of the insights from that voice memo because they would have spoiled some of the things we're going to try and talk about.
Okay.
So, yeah, once again, Switch on Pop listeners proving to be incredibly perspicacious in their pop music bona fides.
What?
Charlie,
what was that word?
Try and keep up, Charles.
I don't think things are really. Things are all off today. Right now, I've got the professor look, wearing my blazer.
I'm wearing a hoodie.
It's bright pink. It's definitely giving the I moved to New York and you moved to LA vibe. And you're using the big words with the producer hoodie, and I have no idea what you're talking about with the professor jacket on.
I know. Our Freaky Friday transformation is slowly materializing over time. So Supna gave us a challenge of sorts, give us a Robyn retrospective, take us through the new album, talk about her influence. I can't think of a better way to approach this release, Charlie. So let's begin, per this listener's request, with a Robyn crash course.
I honestly don't really know the early career of Robyn other than she put out Show Me Love with Max Martin in 1997, and it sounded more like a Christina, Britney kind of thing than the Robyn that I learned to love in, the Body Talk era.
Yes, Robyn's first album, appropriately titled Robyn Is Here, dropped in 1995, and the single you just referred to, Show Me Love, was released in 1997, and it has all the hallmarks of the classic Swedish pop sound we have come to know and love.
You've got like ABBA ballad mixed with New Jack Swing drums and sort of like commercial funk kind of production. That was the sound.
We've spoken many times on the pod about the alchemy of U.S. R&B plus classical counterpoint plus electronic effects, creating this unique blend that would go on to become the signature sound of the late 90s and early 2000s through releases by Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Ace of Base, so many others.
All done at that same studio, Chiron Studios in Stockholm, Sweden.
Similar to someone like Britney or Christina, who Sapna mentioned in her voice note, Robyn was kind of an ingenue. Like, she released her first single when she was 15. This album, Robyn Is Here, dropped when she was 16. This song, Show Me Love, when she was 18. But in other ways, she differs from the U.S. version of this archetype.
Yeah.
She's certainly sexy, and she certainly puts a lot of risque lyrics into some of her songs, but she's not quite as extroverted and quite as flamboyant as like her U.S. counterparts. There's something a little more classically Swedish here, perhaps, a little more reserved.
She's got the cool factor.
She's got the cool factor, indeed. And she was seen by many as kind of an antidote to some of these teeny bopper performers.
Yeah, I mean, the song sounds quite adult. Like, it's a ballad that I feel like a much older person could sing. I guess not quite ballad. What kind of song is this?
It's a
slow jam.
It's a slow jam. That works for me. Let's jump now to the end of the 90s. Let's go to Prince's favorite year, 1999, and we'll encounter Robyn's next album called Truth, which features more of a rock-influenced singer-songwriter sound. You can hear it on the album's opener, Play.
Like that.
Very different sound, much more acoustic, guitar driven, but still some continuity here. I mean, there's, first of all, Robyn's voice, which has never been the most like technically virtuosic voice. She's not hitting crazy high notes or executing impossibly fast runs, but she puts so much feeling into her vocals. And she's one of those performers where you can hear her just say a syllable and you know exactly who she is, right?
Oh, yeah. Very characterful.
And there's another thing here. There is an earnestness to this artist. Her lyrics always wear their heart on its sleeve. I kind of mangled that metaphor. But there's a sincerity here that is so striking and is so different than a lot of the other artists we were just talking about, I think, where it feels a little bit more corporate, a little bit like reaching towards some kind of universal center. Robyn is like, I just got to express what I feel. And that really communicates through all of her catalog, I think.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it only intensifies as it continues.
Now, we could fast forward to 2002 and check out her album, Don't Stop the Music, but I want to keep pushing on to 2008, okay?
Yeah.
We've got now a self-titled album. I love when an artist drops a self-titled album in the middle of their career.
Yes.
Typically you do that, with your first release and kind of tell the world, like, here I am. But the real ballers do it, midway through their career. I'm talking about our Beyoncés and our Charlies, etc.
Yep.
So now we've got Robyn, and this album finds her in a new, more kind of playful space, I would say.
You wanna rumble in my jungle? I'll take you on. Stampede your Roomba and send you home. You wanna rumble in space? I put my laser on stun. And on the North Pole, I'll ice.
It sounds like it was made in Williamsburg in the 2000s. I love hearing, it makes me think of like Blondie's Rapture whenever we hear Robyn rap. It's very innocent, early kind of rap.
Fab Five Freddy told me everybody's slide. DJ spinning, I said, my, flash is fast, flash is cool, Francois, c'est pas, flash ain't no two.
Wow, that is really Blondie coded. I did not make that connection, Charlie.
Yeah.
I haven't even told you the name of the song, Charlie. It's called Konnichiwa, bitches. Konnichiwa would become the name of Robyn's record label, so another important milestone here.
Okay.
And yeah, we have her rapping in a way that could be really awkward, like you said, and maybe is, but it's also so endearing in this way.
Oh, yeah.
Again, it comes back to that earnestness and that sincerity with which she just commits to everything. And it's funny, it doesn't take itself too seriously. I think that's important here.
Yeah. The rap is going to come back.
on Sexistential.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, there's a little foreshadowing. Okay, where are we now? 2010. This is the big time, Charlie.
Let's talk bodies.
It's time for body talk. Do you want Dancing on Your Own or Call Your Girlfriend?
How can you choose? It's like choosing your child.
Well, you have 2 children, and one of them is Dancing on My Own, and one of them is Call Your Girlfriend, and one of them you love more than the other.
Call Your Girlfriend.
Yeah, that's what I picked too.
Call your girlfriend. It's time you had the talk. Give your reasons.
Yep. We could play it all the way through, play it 5 more times, not get tired. You know what I love about this? This is the moment when EDM is about to pop off, right? And she's making dance music that so often dance music can be impersonal, anonymous, sometimes just universal. And yet, here she is making really personal, thoughtful lyrics. And it's that combination of narrative, the heartbreak, with I just want to dance all night. That contrast is what makes it feel so good.
Totally, Charlie. It has the vibe of having a heart-to-heart on the dance floor. It's like talking to your therapist at the club is what listening to these songs on Body Talk is like, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have much more to say about this. We'll come back to it, but let's keep trucking. 2014, it's the Do It Again EP. I would say this is kind of a continuation of that Body Talk song. Oh, and there's like multiple Body Talk EPs that also come out. But the next release that kind of furthers her sound is 2018's Honey, which finds her in a sort of more spacious and introspective kind of sound.
It's the sounds of the club, but it's not club music.
No, it's something else. It's more of like late night driving music to me.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was the last release from Robyn, Chuck.
Oh my gosh.
2018.
It's been 8 years?
8 years ago. Now, to be clear, along the way, we've had features with the likes of Charlie XCX, Jamie XX, and other artists who don't have the letter X in their last name. But what's exciting about these new singles from her upcoming album, again, Sexistential, I need to say it every chance I can get, is that they reach into these different eras of Robyn, these different sounds, these different albums. So now we've done our crash course. We've been brought right up to the present. Let's dig a little deeper into Dopamine and see what in the Robyn catalog is coming to the surface for us.
THX. It's very minimalist.
I know it's just dopamine.
Oh, here we go.
So real to me. We're tripping on our chemistry.
Oh, built.
It's firing up inside of me.
There's a lot of tension there.
That just put such a smile on my face.
A lot of her bass sounds have this very vocal like quality to it. I think actually if you go back to Call Your Girlfriend, even that bass line, it's not as strong, but it has this sort of resonant vowel-like quality.
Totally. These bass sounds are super organic, filled with the timbral richness that you would find in a vocal. And now in Dopamine, we have a literal vocal. Do, 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 do. I can't get enough of this. I want this in every track I hear from now on.
I love that you call it organic. I think this is more cyborg-like. Like these sounds are electronic, but have sort of like human sounds imprinted upon them.
Which is so appropriate, Charlie, for the subject of this song, right? The chorus is, I know it's just dopamine, but it feels so real to me. That sound kind of exemplifies this idea, right? It's this artificial sound, and you know it's artificial, but it also feels so real at the same time.
Dopamine is real. I mean, it is the thing that makes us feel, but there's something about when you reduce it down to, it's just chemicals, man. It's not even real, but it's happening to you. That bass line is happening to us. It's creating this really great tension that makes a song want to keep going.
Speaking of keeping going, let's check back in with how Dopamine builds over the course of its verse.
Ooh, oh, I love that filter sweep.
I know it's just dopamine, but it feels so real to me. Nothing's ever gonna cut you as deep
What?
as the very first time. Nothing's ever gonna
It feels like your heart is fluttering. It's like, oh, it's building, and then it kind of slows back down. Oh, it's wonderful.
This is very much drawn from the Body Talk playbook.
Yeah.
Earlier, we mentioned the other massive smash from that album, Dancing on My Own. I feel like it's time to spin that track.
Similar kind of bass. And not quite as vocal, but very resonant.
Somebody said you got a new friend.
Lots of twinkling synths.
Does she love you better than I can?
So simple, so good.
That combination of pulsing 4 on the floor drum and bass plus ethereal angelic vocals, I feel like that's the same playbook of Dopamine.
Oh, baby, there's no limit. Something here's opening deep inside of me.
Yeah, the synthesizers are driving either at a quarter note or a 16th note or an 8th note,
Right.
and then she's just hovering on top, drawn out these beautiful vocals. What it makes me realize is that her songs are maximalist in their emotion, but actually quite minimalist in the electronics. It's like 3 things happening at any given moment. Maybe a little sweep comes in.
I feel like we need a term to describe this sound that we hear on Body Talk and now in this new release, Dopamine. That combination of the thump in the bass and the ethereal vocals. I have a few propositions, okay?
Okay,
Here's the first. Sidechain aria.
keep going.
Drum in grace.
Ooh, I like drum and grace.
And blasted ballads.
Blasted ballads. Well, thumptherial.
Thumptherial.
That's not good.
Okay, we'll add that to the list.
We'll let other people vote on it. I'm not sure yet. I think I like drum and grace.
Okay, that does,
Yeah,
that's,
we'll do that.
that seems to be the
I mean, she's not making drum and bass music, but
No,
works for
okay.
me, so.
To be clear, but I had to get a pun somewhere, Charlie. Now, before I move on, there's another thing about this song I have to note, Charlie. If we go into the credits of this track, we find one of Robyn's longtime collaborators, the producer-songwriter Klaus Eiland. I really hope I'm saying that name somewhat close to correctly. And we find another name that really stopped me in my tracks, Charlie. It's none other than Tayo Cruz.
Tayo Cruz?
Tayo Cruz of the 2010 smash Dynamite.
I throw my hands up in the air sometimes, saying, hey, yo, gotta let go. I wanna celebrate and live my life, saying, hey, yo, baby, let
That'll give you a dopamine hit.
I combed through Dopamine very carefully to find any Cruzisms here, but I don't know that you can find any particular lines that might be credited back to the Dynamite auteur here. But maybe it's fair to say that kind of unbridled feeling of optimism and possibility runs through this song, and maybe Mr. Cruz had something to do with it.
I think part of her project we're going to hear more about is proving that pop music is not just young people's music. That pop music is aging up. And I think drawing on a roster of people who had their time 10, 15, 20 years ago, I think that's part of what's going on in this project.
All right, we've got 2 more singles from Sexistential. Let's dig into those after a short break. Sexistential's second single is called Talk to Me.
Talk to me, Nate.
And this one brings in a collaborator who was right there at the very start, showing love on the debut album from Robyn. It's Max Martin. Yes.
This is
Hits.
a little awkward, but
Yeah, I'm so close, I'm almost there. Want you to tell me how to do it.
Dang. That is a great hit. I read that she worked with Max Martin on this track during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
And wrote this song seemingly remotely, or about the experience of having to live in this isolated way.
In a moment when you could only talk, when you couldn't touch,
Yeah.
and you could only talk. That sensuality really kind of comes through, the sensuality of the spoken word.
Yeah.
I might be reading too much into this too, but it's possible that there's a subtle reference to one of those early hits she released with Max Martin back in the late 90s. I'm talking about Do You Know What It Takes, which has the following lyrics.
Don't you know I can see what you're doing? Running around with your cheap talk, yeah. What I need is a man who can do me right,
So back then she was singing about running around with your cheap talk. And now fast forward, this is 30 years later almost. Mm-hmm. And she's singing, talk to me, like be real with me.
Yeah. Previously, we also had Body Talk. The other thing that I hear in common is that Do You Know What It Takes features this sort of punchy Moog bass sound.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, King.
And let's hear that again.
My pleasure.
And if we go back to Talk to Me,
It's not as good by myself, so baby, will you talk me through?
this is sort of like the digital Pluck version of the same thing that's much more contemporary.
Yes.
It's worth noting Max Martin is a songwriter on this song, actually not a producer, so I'm not sure we can give the credit, but clearly there is this sonic connection.
I'm so glad you pointed out, Charlie. The vibe is different, as you said, but some of those minimalistic qualities are still there.
Yeah.
The bass kind of pulls you down to the earth, and the vocal sends you up to the heaven. And that is like the Robyn formula going back to some of these earliest releases. It is drum and grace. I'm really trying to get that into the
You're making that
into the
happen.
lexicon. Yeah.
Are you sure it's not like a 90s, 2000s sitcom?
That's you know what? That's good. It's better than whatever you said about the Robyn getting the worm or something. I was worried you were going to make a Batman pun, so maybe that was actually preferable. But Charlie, I want to talk more about that Plucked bass sound because I think this is an interesting moment in this album where this feels like a very contemporary sound to me. It kind of indicates that Robyn really has her finger on the pulse of some of the key timbres in like dance music of the 2020s.
Yeah. I mean, what do you want to know about it?
Well, why does it make me feel so good? What is it? I guess that's my question. What
is it?
What
okay.
is it? Yeah.
I think what we like about it is this modern version of a very old sound.
Ooh.
So those older 90s Robyn sounds, it sounds like they have a Moog bass, like the original synth bass that we know so well. It has a very dark but also resonant quality.
Yes.
Like that, right?
Yeah. You know what I call that?
What's that?
Squelch.
Squelch.
Yeah.
Well, I would argue that the TB303 has more squelch than the Moog Model D, but
fair.
Let's go to the contemporary sound. So if you were to make that sound today, people probably would use a program called Serum. It's a digital synthesizer that you use on your computer. And so I spent a little bit of time today trying to remake that kind of sound. And it begins with basically the same core timbre, like a little punchier, a little snappier.
I hear it.
But then it needs to add width. Like the feeling of the whole thing just feels wider and throughout the entire stereo spectrum. It needs a little clickiness, little right at the very beginning.
Yeah, give me that click.
And then it needs distortion, some compression,
Yes.
and even wider.
Wider. Yes. Oh, now we're talking. Talk to me, Charlie.
The bass ends up having this sort of vocal-like resonance. It feels like it's filling the room. So if we just compare that to the original Moog bass
Yes. Squelch.
compared to,
Click.
you know, it's an evolution of that underlying sound that we had heard from the 90s, but it takes you thoroughly into the 2020s.
That was so much fun. And also very edifying. Well done, Charlie. And what I love about it is that it further illustrates that continuity in Robyn's sound. It's like every time she reinvents herself, she also retains something of what she's been doing since the beginning of her career, since she was, 15 years old. Pretty remarkable. And I think it's like what makes it so exciting when she has a new release. Like Supna was saying in her voice note, it's like, oh, Robyn, you really feel connected to her as a listener, I think.
There's a through line.
And that's true of the third single from Sexistential, which is called Sexistential.
Fuck a app, I need me some IRL. I'm on the clock, just give me your ASL. Fuck a plan B, baby, it's no big deal. I'm already 10 weeks in maternity. Fuck a single mom, I'm not judgmental. In my sweatpants with some juicy hentai. Fuck a therapist, is not mental. I need philosophy, this shit is existential.
Wow. The rap is back.
The rap is back, Charlie. Yes. Konnichiwa, bitches, is back. And now that we've been clued into the Robyn discography, we can notice that immediately. But I would say that this particular track, Sexistential, has a more closer kinship with another song from that 2008 release, self-titled Robyn, Cobra Style.
Great arpeggiator.
I press trigger, I don't press people button. Nobody chops gon' face me with something. Like how I have 22 and them is something. 10 is for you, so who gon' get the next dozen? I press trigger, I don't press people button.
Similar flow in the lyrics here.
Yeah.
But what's kind of remarkable about Sexistential is that even though it's kind of brash and full of braggadocio, it's also talking about subject matter that's maybe more intimate and revealing than Robyn has ever given us in her discography.
That at 10 weeks of having a baby on her own from IVF, she is out on Raya on a dating app.
I've been on Raya while on IVF, PTSD from other tests. Hormonal rants on IG, scrolling my feed while breastfeeding. Spend too much on Etsy, expensive shit I don't need. Bossy, bad, and bougie. Like push, hold it, breathe.
It's so fascinating. It's so contemporary. It is so about her and her age. It's not trying to hide anything about adulthood. It's still a great dance hit. She talked about this song as something she wrote kind of in response to something that Andre 3000 said. That Andre 3000 was like, I don't know how to make a rap record about having a colonoscopy. And so he came out with his flute record.
Yeah.
Rather than, an outcast rap record. And she's like, I can talk about, getting pregnant. I can talk about going on the dating apps. This is my life. I'm not going to hide behind anything. And I'm going to make great pop music in the process. I've never heard anything like it.
I totally agree. It's honest. It's bracing. You know what it reminds me of actually a little bit, Charlie? Is
What's that?
the Lily Allen album, West End Girl.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the musicality of it, but just in the willingness to be so vulnerable and to just be like, just to lay it out all on the floor. And it's also very funny, which is something that struck me about the Lily Allen album.
Existential. I was about to go have a kid on my own, and then my doctor said, now, Robyn, who would be your dream donor? Well, Adam Driver always did kind of give me a boner. She like, yeah, wasn't he great? And don't mess with the zone.
That's really funny.
Oh my
'Cause
gosh.
to be clear, Adam Driver was not in Don't Mess with the Zohan. That was who, Charlie? Another Adam. Oh, come on. Charlie, don't let me down like this. Wedding Singer, 51st Dates, Happy
Sandler,
Gilmore.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
Wait, I love that she got that
that was
wrong.
Adam Sandler. No, the doctor
Okay,
got
that's-
that wrong.
Oh, the doctor
Yeah,
got
the
it wrong.
doctor. She says,
Oh my God, that
Adam
is so
Driver
funny.
gives
Oh my
her
gosh,
a
I didn't-
boner, and the doctor says, yeah, he was great and don't mess with the Zohan.
Wait, so she rhymed donor, boner, and Zohan.
Well, I would say that Zohan is not part of the rhyme scheme. But donor and
Absolutely
boner,
is. It's a
certainly.
slant. It's a slant rhyme. It's a slant rhyme.
I think it's more. I think it actually
Don,
highlights.
bone, zo.
Okay, Zoe, it's a slant rhyme. Maybe it highlights the humor that it doesn't rhyme because it's such a incorrect thing to say.
Oh, it's like it almost rhymes and then it doesn't, and he's also getting it wrong. Bam.
Yeah,
Oof, that's good songwriting.
good songwriting. So let's step back and review 3 singles off Sexistential, Dopamine, harkening back to 2010's Body Talk with its infectious drum and grace energy. Then we heard Talk to Me, summoning the funky bass of some of her earliest releases, like Do You Know What It Takes? Sexistential, with its tongue-in-cheek yet deeply personal hip-hop flow, reaching back to 2008's Self-Titled with tracks like Konnichiwa Bitches and Cobra Style. So
I'm gonna say
far,
rap flow, not hip hop flow. Rap is a method of singing, whereas hip hop is a culture.
fair point, Charles. And so with all of these songs, we're dipping into different moments from the Robyn story. And this has me very excited to hear the rest of this album. What else are we going to hear being resurrected and reinvented over the course of Sexistential? These 3 singles, Charlie, there's no misses here.
No.
The quality control is high so far.
Yeah. Totally.
So I think all of the millennial girls and boys like Supna out there and ourselves, let's just be real. This is great news. This is
Oh yeah.
this album promises to be a return and an innovation at the same time. And it kind of feels like it's just what we need in 2026.
It's a re-arrival, and if I may, it's also encouraging all kinds of creative reinterpretations. May I invite into the conversation Jamie XX remix of Dopamine. It's a totally different feeling of the feeling of Dopamine, and it feels just as good. That's cool.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
Yes. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that great? I mean, total reconsideration of the song, just carries the vocal, and also a Dopamine hit.
I'm not going to play it, but I highly recommend everyone go check out Robyn's feature on Jamie XX's song Life, which is just delightful. But I'm glad you opened the doors with this Jamie XX remix, because I actually do want to take the end of this episode, the end of this conversation, to do some quick hits on a few other songs that are bubbling up into the pop zeitgeist right now that I want to make sure we have a chance to listen to together, Charles.
Yeah, I feel like we've been missing a sort of like quick hits, what's new segment in the show. Let's do it. Inaugural quick hits.
Well, I want to start with a new song from A$AP Rocky with a great title. It's called Punk Rocky. But spoiler, Charlie, that's not what you're going to hear when I hit play on this track. It's not punk rock. It's some kind of gauzy indie pop.
Very much like he's been hanging out with Tame Impala playing in the background.
This is such a striking departure for ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
Someone who we've come to know as the purveyor of tripped out hallucinatory hip hop fantasies like LSD.
I look for ways to say I love you, but I ain't into making love songs. Baby, I'm just rapping to this LSD.
There might be more similarities than I thought there would be when I hit play on that track, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe this has been building in the ASAP Rocky world for some time, actually. It's not all washed out Tame Impala-esque indie pop, though, Charles. We have a nice switch up about a minute and a half into punk Rocky.
I cried alone in
Ooh,
my
nice halftime.
I felt alone in it front, 'cause I don't know who to trust, and I've been going through some stuff. Don't trust these hoes you love, yeah. Your ego's one hell of a drug, yeah.
Wow. Very 60s psychedelic.
And what a lyric he gives us right when we get this beat switch. I cried alone in my truck. Love to see that kind of vulnerability from a male solo artist in 2026, Charles.
Could I give us a quick hit?
Go ahead.
How about David Byrne covering Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license?
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
What?
Can I have some more, sir?
I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. 'Cause you were so excited for me to finally drive up to your house. Today I drove through the suburbs crying, 'cause you weren't around.
Oh, my goodness.
You've got that sort of contemporary new music minimalist vocal choir. You have a Moog bass, and then the unmistakable sound of David Byrne, who has no vibrato in his vocal. It's just so in your face. Wow, what a generation cross. I think I really like it, but I think it's probably quite polarizing.
Is anyone having more fun in music than David Byrne? I mean,
He's always having a blast.
you read some headline and you're like, is that right? Is this going to be good? Like, how does this go? And then you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, it's perfect.
Always idiosyncratic, always him, and I love the generation crossing.
I guess it's the 5-year anniversary of Sour is the reason for this cover release. But, you know, David Byrne, he doesn't need a reason to do something like this. This is so fun.
No.
All right, Charlie, for our next quick hit, I want to go to our inbox. We've got a message from Megan Cantley, and she says, if you haven't already, please listen to Zach Bryan's new album. It has to check a chunk off your bingo cards for 2026. No AI vocals here. Definitely raw sounding. You've got guitars, brass, harmonica, heaven, politics, probably more. I haven't even heard it in its entirety. Not a super fan or anything prior to, but this album gives me Springsteen petty vibes, and I dig it.
Petty Springsteen.
Petty Springsteen. This is a pretty
A DJ name.
ringing endorsement, Charles. I don't know that we've really discussed Zach on the show before. Maybe in passing once or twice, but let's spin what seems to be a single from this new release. The album is called With Heaven on Top, and the song is Plastic Cigarette.
Well, I ain't written a love song in so long as your hair leads down your spine, but I don't mind a few lines tonight I'll regret for the rest of time. Let your hips and your lips and your fingertips slip against the city streets, sleeping in again, sleeping in while my friends get high on the edge.
Wow.
Cool.
This is a guy where you're like, oh, it just sounds like he's talking against music. Oh, it's just sort of, you know, telling a story.
Yeah.
But his command of rhythm is awesome. His command of language is so brilliant. And it definitely has the sound of an auteur, you know, a completely self-produced, self-written album.
I love how these lyrics kind of run on into each other. All of a sudden, you're hearing one idea, and then in the next moment, you're somewhere totally new. But the lyric has never paused, using rhymes to kind of lead us to these new images and places. Let your hips and your lips and your fingertips slip against the city streets.
Oof.
I got to hand it to Megan for bringing this to our attention. I might not have taken Zach Bryan very seriously, to be honest, and maybe this new release is going to change that.
Oh, I like his music. I'm in.
Okay, our final quick hit is a new release from one of my favorite jazz trip hop funk trios, Moonchild, featuring Robert Glasper and D Smoke. Up From Here. There's something really wild going on in the percussion of this track, Charles. What is happening?
I think someone's cooking dinner in the background.
Clank, 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 clank. That is such a strange choice. It's not really on beat. It's a little delayed, and then it goes forward. It shouldn't work, and yet, as soon as I hit play on this song, I am totally transported to another world. I've been waiting a long time for a new Moonchild drop. Super excited for this. Can't wait to hear the rest of what they're up to. This has been Quick Hits, Charlie.
This has been the podcast, Switch on Pop. It's been fun. Can't wait for this Robyn record to drop. When is it coming?
March 27th, 2026, Charles. Just 2 short months until you can savor the rest of this release.
We might get some more singles before then, which is exciting. But I guess until we do, we can keep talking about it and keep moving our body to it.
You know what I love about this album without having listened to any other songs than the 3 we just heard, Charlie? I am looking at the track list. 9 songs. Total length, 29 minutes and 27 seconds. Ooh.
That's a perfect album.
Ooh. I love a 9-track album, sub 30 minutes. This is the antidote to Morgan Wallen and his 37-track monstrosities. You're in, you're out. You don't overstay your welcome.
Perfect.
You know I have a short attention span, Charlie. This is my ideal album length.